What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Powerhouse Mentality Podcast. I am your host. I am Caitlin Kenneth Smith, and this is actually an episode of the Powerhouse Journal, a new podcast series where we talk about what's actually happening inside of the fitness and supplement industry and help you navigate the bullshit that comes with it. You'll notice I said we. So I'm Caitlin Kenneth Smith, and with me is Sean Hawley, the bearded gorilla. He's been on the podcast a couple times, but now we're making it more of a permanent spot. We both work in the space every day, reviewing products, talking with brands, and watching trends develop in real time. And this is where we share the conversations that normally stay off camera: favorites, overrated releases, upcoming launches, and the reality behind the industry. No scripts, no brand talking points, just our honest, no bullshit perspective. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. All right, guys, welcome to the first episode of the Powerhouse Journal with myself and the bearded gorilla, Sean. How are you doing, man?
Good. How about you?
Hey, I'm alive. It went a little bit nippy here in Florida overnight again, which is just nippy ain't anything compared to what you're dealing with. But I didn't sign up for this shit, man.
It's still cold. Like 15 degrees here, I can be outside in a tank top and shorts.
Right.
But then I fly to Florida and 50 degrees, I'm like shivering because
it's that humidity, that southern humidity.
It's the water, the cold air coming off the ocean is
correct.
Just horrible. With me being from Georgia, we went to Savannah and and all that stuff a lot. And obviously Florida a lot. So I definitely get it. Speaking of Florida, I'm going to be in Miami on Sunday.
Another cruise.
Yeah, I surprised the wife last week. I was like, hey, let's do this. She was like, really? I was like, yeah. And then we were looking at the dates and she was like, because we were originally going to go over Valentine's weekend and then come back on Tuesday or so. And she was like, I got to be in Michigan on Monday and Tuesday for work because she's a mortgage broker. I got to be there for work for an event. Anyways. And I was like, shit. I'm glad I didn't actually push the pay button. I was like, what date works better? So we're going to leave Sunday and then come back next weekend. That way she has time to be ready. But yeah, and then another cruise after that is right after the Arnold, actually during the Arnold, kind of, which you're going to this year.
Yeah, I'm super pumped. It's been a while since I've been to the Arnold. I went back in 2016, 2017. So a lot of the brands that like I really appreciate didn't really exist as big back then.
It's going to be a different vibe. And from what I understand, everything's sold out. Every booth is sold out. Everything, the meeting rooms are packed, which is going to be very good for us. Is what we do is, I don't really want to use the word influencer, but media coverage. It's good for us because we'll be able to actually see all these brands. We talk to these people all day, every day, consistently. And then it'll be good to actually go and hang out with these people and see them in person. Whether you've seen them or not, I see them every year at the Olympia, but it's still one of the things where it's like a class reunion.
It's always fun to meet people in person who you speak to all the time on social media and actually put a legit face to the conversations that you've been having other than just like the videos that you see.
Yeah. So I fly in Friday morning.
Nice.
I'm going to leave from the airport straight to the venue all day, go to the hotel, wake up early in the morning, fly home to here, not pack my bags, but grab my other bag, get in the car and go back to the airport and then fly to Cape Canaveral, I think it is, or Orlando, whatever it is. We fly out or cruise out of there. So literally off the plane, back on a plane, onto another cruise. So
it's going to be a hell of a weekend. Recovery will be low.
It will be low. I start my health phase on the Monday I get back from this cruise, the blood work and all that stuff to make sure. The same thing I always preach. And then start prep literally the day we get back from that second cruise. But
it's perfect time to start prep. I feel you do 10K a day when you're on the cruises.
I literally did my check-in yesterday, and John, my coach, he was like, make sure over 10,000 a day. I don't want you coming back losing weight. And I'm like, who tells their clients this? What are you doing? 10,000 calories a day. That's more than most people eat in a week.
And it's funny because it really has to go with like individuals, right? Because there's going to be like the very rare client that I'm like, okay, make sure you're eating like over 4,000 or something. Like for me, my coach does the same thing, not 10K, but it's like, hey, make sure you're getting like sufficient calories. Because if I go away, I just don't think about food it's
hard. It really is, especially on a cruise. Yeah, it's a different story, right? So the last cruise we went on for breakfast. So, you have your buffets on cruises, right? So for breakfast, I would go, or in the morning, I would wake up and go do my normal walk. I'd go to the breakfast buffet, have 3 or 4 plates plus dessert and all that stuff. then go do a walk and work out, and then go eat again for breakfast, 3 or 4 more plates, then do our thing during the day. Lunch, I would repeat the process, go back 1 or 2 times, and the same thing for dinner, because you have dinner, you have the main dining area, which is like the high end, high scale, not a buffet. It's the high end, like ordered prime rib or escargot or
Yeah.
calamari type thing, which I like all that shit because I like eating. Let me rephrase that. I don't mind eating exotic shit when I don't have to pay for it because if I don't like it, I'm not going to eat it. But yeah, so I was easily eating over 10 or 11,000 calories a day, and I come back only half a pound up.
That's not bad. And most likely not fat gain, probably just a little bit of like inflammation.
It was water retention. And honestly, it could have been more from the flight home than anything, to be honest with you. John, I'm sitting close to 250, and John's like 260, 270, and he's eating 5,000 calories. He's having half what I eat. But he's a monster. And it's just, like you said, it just goes to show it's not for everybody. My energy expenditure is just through the roof.
Oh, yeah.
I'll burn 1,000 calories probably just sitting here talking. Not
because
really.
Man, you got so much muscle on you. So it takes a lot. People don't realize that's why muscle truly is the secret to fat loss, because the more you have, the more you can eat, the more you burn. Yeah,
you're right. And I'm sure you explain this to your clients, like, how do I lose weight the fastest?
Yep.
There's no magic ticket, and there are quote unquote things that you can do to manipulate the process a little faster. But at the end of the day, the more muscle you have, the faster and easier it's going to be to burn that muscle. This treadmill is sitting right here behind me. It's never seen a speed over 4.5, which is, but I'm tall. My my gait is a little bit different, but I don't do a hard cardio. I just walk.
Yeah.
We talked about that before, but yeah. So the whole point of this process, of this podcast, why don't you let them know what we have decided to do as in quote unquote episode 1?
Yeah. So the basis of the Powerhouse Journal podcast episodes that me and Sean are going to be doing is just breaking down what's going on in the supplement industry, in the energy drink world, in this entire industry, so that we can like break down news, dramas, releases, innovations, all different things to keep you guys in check and really just get 2 different opinions on what's going on in the industry in a long form content way, because there's a lot of short form content. Like we do a lot of short form content when it comes to the things that are coming out, but it's nice to sit down and have discussions about what are our thoughts, what are our opinions, and what's just going on.
Yeah, that and a male to a female perspective.
Yeah, that's big.
I love all the other long form, Sammy and Conlon, Price Plow, and Talk Radio, and everybody else. They do an absolute phenomenal job. But there's not a lot of, just like the podcast you did the other day, there's not a lot of females in the industry.
And I didn't realize that either when I first started doing it. And then I started realizing, oh, this had actually worked to my advantage.
Yeah, and leverage that. When we talked originally, about 2 months ago, that's how long it's taken us to really get the process started, because it's easy to do a podcast, but to actually make it worthwhile, it's not an overnight process, right? It's just not. So when we brought this up originally, it's, hey, what's your favorite thing this month? And obviously you're drinking your favorite ghost on the planet, and there's nothing wrong with that.
And I have 2 left, and I'm very sad.
Oh no.
Gonna be milking those.
better call Energy Drink City and be like, hey, I need I'm actually waiting on mine. They sent me a box, and hopefully it doesn't show up while I'm gone. My son will be here, so he'll grab it. But it's cold outside. I want it right now. So as soon as it hits the step, it'll be cold enough for me to drink.
The perks of living where you're at, not for me. I have to put it in the fridge.
It is. It really is. So what would be your favorite, let's start with energy drinks. What would have been your favorite drink from, let's rephrase it. Let's do top 2.
Yeah.
Because it's really going to be hard to nail down a single drink.
Correct. Yeah, I agree with you.
And obviously we know you love the raspberry cream from Ghost, but let's take that out of the equation. Give me your top 2 drinks. Any company, any energy drink across.
Obviously, it's something that continues to change. And since we are just getting into 2026, I figured, hey, why not focus on like favorites from 2025 as well as like things that we're seeing? Because I mean, January was crazy as far as drinks and supplements dropping. I would say 2025 specifically, I really leaned heavily into Gorilla Mind a lot. And I tried a lot of their different flavors. And I fell in love with their black cherry vanilla. Now, I went through a little bit of an obsession with it to the point where I don't have it anymore because I almost overdid it. But their red gummy fish is phenomenal. Have you tried that one yet?
Yep, it's pretty good.
It's pretty solid, especially like now that Ghost is getting rid of like their Swedish Fish, RIP. So, at least we have people who are a little bit butthurt about that. They have a little bit of a replacement.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I would say as far as like top energy drinks other than my raspberry cream, probably 3D. 3D energy drinks, their cucumber melon and their citrus frost are so good. I keep coming back to them. And then they released a spicy mango a couple weeks back.
How was that?
It is actually really good.
Is
It's
it really actually spicy?
So the mango flavor itself is so good. It's probably like the best mango I've ever had out of an energy drink. I feel like that's a pretty hard flavor to nail.
It is
very sweet or something. But you take the sip, you get the mango, and then you're like, huh, where's the spice? And then you just feel the heat in your mouth. Your mouth starts watering, you're salivating a little bit. So it's very subtle and it's nice because it makes the whole energy drink an experience.
See, I haven't had a chance to get my hands on one yet. And I keep wondering, I'm picky. It's really funny because anytime I'm in a prep for a show, I like really hot shit. Like I worked with Melinda's Hot Foods for a couple of years.
Oh man, that's my husband's favorite sauces. I need to get a contract going.
The truffle is
that's his favorite thing ever. I literally have to go to Walmart to get it for him because he hates going to Walmart and he will like ask me to go and get 5 of them.
It's phenomenal. I hate going to Walmart too. We normally do Walmart pickup.
Me too.
My son's school is 3 blocks away from Walmart. So I'll be like, hey, buddy, can you just pick up Walmart on your way home? And he's 17, so he drives. He's like, sure. He just wants to drive his car.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, so, I haven't tried the cucumber.
That one's so good. It's so good.
Everybody says it's just really cool and refreshing. They say it's exactly what you would think you would get from I hate the word moist, but a moist cucumber. A really cold cucumber.
It's refreshing. It reminds me of it's the energy drink that I would have if I was at a spa. It's just so good. And it's one of those ones that you keep coming back to because it's so unique and it is so refreshing. And then their citrus frost is just a classic, really well done citrus flavor.
Very good. It's very yeah, those are hard to beat. Gorilla Mind is really good. They've been out for a few years, but they're just either you really like their flavors or you really don't. And I
think they have a couple really good ones like the black cherry vanilla and the red gummy fish. I love those. But then the other ones are just like mid. Yeah. Like I'll drink them if they're there, but I'm not going to go out of my way to find them.
I'm not going to choose them over one of the ones that I'm going to talk about in a minute, obviously.
Yeah.
No, those are really good. But then again, 3D is just a really good company in general.
I love 3D. I love Christian. I love everything about them.
I love the fact that they don't waste a bunch of money on the bullshit labels. You see the label, you see a color, you see the word 3D or the phrase, whatever you want to call it, and you know what it is.
Yep.
They don't need flashy labels. It's just, and I feel like it allows them to put more money into the development of the flavors.
Yeah.
And spending X amount of money on marketing labels that are going to have to get changed out anyways over time.
And actually, they just recently, so I don't know if you saw this, but a couple months back, so Christian Guzman owns 3D and he brought in Sam Sulek, right?
Yeah.
And at the Arnold, Sam is doing his pro debut. So they're going to introduce a new flavor, Sam's exclusive flavor at the Arnold. So that'll be fun.
I'm wondering how they're going to do that because Sam is with Raw and I know he's not with Bum Energy. So I guess
I've heard some rumors. So I heard.
Drop the knowledge here first.
Yeah. So I have conversations with people in the DMs who work for these different companies. And I had I won't drop a name, but I have a conversation with somebody from Raw who we were talking about the spicy mango. And he was like, oh yeah, we recently bought 3D. So they're going to really start to blow up, which I saw coming because Dom is involved with 3D. And I watch Christian's YouTube all the time. And Christian a couple of weeks ago spoke about how he's getting offers, but he will never sell all of it. So I'm assuming he didn't sell all of it, but he hasn't announced it yet.
There'll probably be a 49%. I don't know if it's the same person, but I've definitely had that conversation. And I've seen the writing on the wall. And when they announced, because I saw the same thing you did about Christian or with Sam Sulek and all that stuff. And in my head, I'm like, okay, but he's with Raw Nutrition, which parent company, Raw Nutrition and Bum Energy, they're both under the same parent company, right? They are split entities. So it could work to where they're completely separate, but it would be very beneficial for Dom and all them to acquire the
Mhm.
majority stake of 3D. One, because Dom's business savvy is unmatched like anybody else.
Yeah.
Hands
Yeah.
down. And while 3D is a phenomenal company, it could and probably would be infinite times better. Christian did everything he could and more to create the companies that he has, and he has done a better job than 90% on the planet. But you don't know what you don't know, and you're never
Right.
the smartest one in the room. So when it comes down to a business sense, Dom is unmatched, and I didn't mean that as the company unmatched. But he's one of the most down to earth guys I've ever talked to him. You know what I'm saying? Super good dude. But yeah,
Let me
we'll
add
see how
that
it
too,
works out.
because actually raw nutrition is something that's the cool thing about them acquiring 3D, if the rumors are true, is that Bum and 3D, like they may both be energy drinks, but they're not anywhere near like they don't compete with each other. Bum is
Different
a
market.
112 milligram caffeine, 250 milligrams of cognizin, little 12-ounce can, and then 3D is just 200 milligrams of caffeine. It's like competing with Red Bull or Monster. So they're
Right.
very different drinks. So it would actually be really smart of them, because then they just start taking over the energy drink category.
Exactly. And you don't necessarily want to see a monopoly in the supplement industry in general, but when you have that amount of product that is just that good, what's the difference anyways? But they are not necessarily two different types of clients, but if you want a low energy drink or low stimulant energy drink, you're going to grab a bum. Otherwise, if you're trying to blast it with 200 plus milligrams of caffeine, grab a 3D and go about your day.
And then a 3D also, that's $1.99 price point. It's cheap
How do you
for
beat
what
that?
you get. Can't beat it.
Again, it goes back to the marketing labels. They're not spending stupid amounts of marketing labels, so you're not going to pay $3.99 for a can of 3D. Whereas if your Ghost, if you go to the gas station, depending on what state you're in, it's $3.99 or 2 for $5 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's cheap relatively, but when I can buy multiple 3Ds for the same price, you know what I'm saying. But I want to bring up Misfit Energy because
Yeah, that was another one I knew we were going to talk about.
not just because I got their hat on, I actually love this hat, but it's I'm not gonna say all of my top flavors come from Misfit Energy, but there's very few in their lineup that I don't like. And
I've actually never had, I haven't tried them all,
yeah,
but I haven't had one that I've been disappointed in. I've had ones that I like more than others, but never one that I was like, I wouldn't drink this again.
the one I'm gonna say I liked, quote unquote, liked the least was the pina colada.
I haven't tried that one yet, but I'm not a pina colada person. So
I'm not either, and that's exactly what I was gonna say. It's not that I didn't like it. If it's sitting in my fridge, you drink fridge like yours, and it's cold, I'm gonna grab it. I'm not gonna not drink it. But if it came down to that or the apple, I'm gonna choose the apple because I love good apple.
that one is
Right?
phenomenal, man.
And I talk about this all the time. I don't drink my energy drinks like the average person. We spoke about it before, but I normally pour mine in a cup, throw it in the freezer for 2 or 3 hours, and then crush it up so it's a slushy. And the good thing about that is you're drinking an apple flavored energy drink, but it's crunchy, so it's like biting into a cold, crisp apple. And I don't care if it's negative 80 degrees outside or 110 outside. A cold apple is a cold apple.
Damn, it can't be beat.
You can't be beat. The orange is good. I'm not even really a big orange cream fan, but the orange
Their
creamsicle.
orange cream is, I need to, so one of the things that I need to do, because I need to get another Misfit orange cream and compare it to the A-Bomb orange cream, because those are the top orange creams, but I've never put them against each other. So I'm interested to
See, I reached out to A-Bomb and I haven't heard back from them yet, but I'm very curious about how their orange cream is. Because like I said, I wasn't really an orange creamsicle kind of guy, but that is actually a really good orange creamsicle. And this is a little bit off topic, but Core Nutritionals ABC intra workout, their orange creamsicle is phenomenal. And that's
yeah.
something we will talk about here in a little bit. Not an energy drink whatsoever, but it is actually really good. So I've been flip flopping on maybe I am an orange creamsicle kind of
Yeah,
guy.
I'm not an orange cream person. It's not going to be my first flavor. I'll drink it
Right.
again. I'll drink it if it's there. It's definitely better than pina colada. But
Oh
my
yeah.
husband is a big orange cream guy. So he was drinking the Ghost orange cream for a while. And then I ordered A Bomb and he tried it and was like,
Holy crap.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
It is so heavy on the cream compared to the orange, where most are heavy on the orange and you have to find that cream. You have to really look for it.
Yeah.
And the cream is not artificial. A lot of companies can be.
Which is
It's
good.
great. A-Bomb is great. Everything that they're doing. Brandon's a really great guy. He's in North Carolina too, and we're moving there in a couple months. That'll be fun. Get to explore A-Bomb in a little bit.
It'll be fun moving.
Oh yeah, I hate
I'm not
moving.
moving anytime soon.
Yeah, man, I have to move all of this.
We moved 9 times in 7 times in 9 years.
Yeah, you know it. You know the life.
But yeah, when I was talking to your husband on the phone the other day, we were talking about all that stuff, right? But yeah, so I would say my number one, obviously there's two, but the first one out of the two would be the apple from Misfit. And now I could be wrong because I want to say it was early 25, but when did Dr. Bum get released?
I think it was early 25.
I want to say it was early 25. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Maybe it was late 24, but either way.
I really think it was 25 because that's when I started to really get obsessed with energy drinks. And I remember that one coming out.
Yeah, I want to say it was early 25, January, February-ish time frame. But the first time I tried it, I actually didn't like it at all. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I threw it away. I took 3 sips because the first sip, I was like, okay, maybe whatever. I don't believe in just one sip type reviews because you can't get your palate, nobody's palate that in tune, right?
I need two.
I need
first and then another.
Let me feel it on the back end. Let me get the aftertaste. And that's why me and my wife started the Sip or Skip.
I love that.
I have an episode to release on one of the new barbell drinks. It's pretty good. It was heavy on the cream, but in a good way. But anyways, yeah, so when the first time I tried Dr. Bum, I was like, not really a big fan. And then somebody gave me another one. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do my normal freezer slushy. Obsessed with it.
Yeah, I can see that being really good as like a slushy.
It's so good. And then for everybody listening, take it to the next level. Put a little bit of ice cream from your Ninja Creamy in it. And I wouldn't necessarily, dirty soda, whatever they call it, but make it a Dr. Bum float.
Yeah.
I talked to Dan from Raw and Revive and all that relatively often, a few times a week. And his big favorite drink is obviously a root beer. I hate root beer. But
their root beer is
amazing.
So good.
Absolutely amazing. So that would honestly probably be like on my top 5 list. And I hate root beer. Yeah. I won't drink a normal can of root beer. If there's only water and root beer, I'll throw the root beer in the trash and drink water.
I'll tell you, Bum does a really good job at their soda flavors. Really
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Like I said, that I don't think there's a single Bum that I've tried again that I didn't like.
Have you tried the peanut colada Bum?
Yes. Yeah. I like it because it doesn't taste like. See, my problem with a lot of the pina colada stuff is you get almost like a rum flavor on the back.
Yeah, it has that sunscreen-esque to it. So the thing that I liked about the Bum is that the coconut was just like light and sweet at the end. It was very more pineapple forward. So you got like the tart acidic pineapple into the sweet coconut rather than, oh my gosh, I'm drinking sunscreen. This is horrible. So I was like, I would actually drink this as somebody who doesn't like pina colada.
Yeah. But another really good one that would, if I was taking my list to 4, would be the iced tea.
The Bum or the Ghost?
The Bum iced tea.
The only problem that I have with the Bum one is I like my energy drinks carbonated. I understand that iced tea isn't carbonated. I get it.
Yeah, I get
but the flavor is good. I will give it that. But I didn't know it was not going to be carbonated. So when I took a sip of it, I was just like,
oh. It hurt. It hurt. It's like, oh no.
This is like a flat energy drink, but it's not. It's meant to be like that. So it was a little bit of a
once again, I get to bypass that because I put it in the freezer for a couple hours. And not that it's flat by the time you pull it out, but you're not getting that instant spiky carbonation, which I do enjoy the spiky carbonation. But I guess maybe that's why I do like it, because I'll put it in there. And once again, it's a iced tea slushy. But the Ghost iced tea is actually really good too.
I love that one. I heard rumors again that they're going to bring it back, Circle K exclusive.
See, I heard it was going to be no longer going to be a limited time flavor, and it was going to be a staple.
Ooh, that would be good. I would be surprised if they didn't do that, to be honest, because
Right.
I've that one's very popular. I'm now doing this thing where I comment on every time Ghost Energy posts something. I go day 6, day 7, commenting until you bring back my raspberry cream.
Keep doing it. Tag
I'm
me in
starting.
it, and then I'll comment on it too.
No, I'm
Because
starting to
you got
get
to get them.
traction too. I'm starting to get people like responding to and being like,
Yep.
yes.
Speaking of that, I posted it yesterday, but Costco now has the new box of the top three. They have the OG, they have
Mhm.
blueberry, and the orange cream.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm obsessed with that new blue raspberry,
Oh,
which is
it's so good.
it's funny because I'm not like the biggest blue raspberry person. Like, again, I'll drink it if it's
Yeah.
there, but it's not going to ever be my first selection. I wasn't a big fan of the SPK blue raspberry. I got a lot of hate on that, but I just didn't like it. It was the only Ghost that I've ever dumped down the sink.
It tasted too sugary to me.
Yeah, it just didn't get me. It was just like something that I didn't want to sip on. And then when I tried the blue raspberry slushy, I did it for a review. And I remember the next day I was just like craving it. And I was like, oh man, I really liked it. And I'm like,
It was
I
very
need
good.
another case soon, you know?
Yeah, it was. Let's see, and my problem with it was I expected it to taste like the other, right? And it didn't. It was completely different. And in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is a blue raspberry anyway?
That's what I always think about when I'm
Yeah,
drinking blue
like what is a
raspberry
blue
things.
raspberry? But it's really good. So actually, my son saw my post yesterday, and he wasn't home yet, and he was like, because I was actually at Costco while I was
Oh,
at.
nice.
So, long story short, I hit a pothole in my car. I had a big bubble in the sidewall of my tire. Took it up to Costco, and because it was under warranty still, my tires are $600 a piece or whatever they are. I'm not going to pay for a brand new one. Luckily, it was still under warranty, so they replaced it. Anyways, while I'm walking around, I saw the ProSups display. I had to make some content for that as well for their signature line. But anyway, so I'm walking around and it wasn't there yet. So my son was like, "Is it there?" I'm like, "No," because he wanted me to get him a case, and I would have totally bought a couple cases.
Oh, yeah.
But I would have to go out of that case. I'd have to go with the OG.
Yeah. OG is surprisingly good. I'm not a big like original energy drink fan, but I think Ghost did it really well.
It's just there's nothing to expect from it. It's just smooth. There's no spiky flavors. There's no
Mhm.
overdone flavor in it. You don't have to worry about that. It's just a good, smooth, basic energy drink.
That's why I like it. I like it for days when I don't want something to punch me in the face. I just want like a nice light flavor. That's
Yeah.
the one that I would usually reach for.
Something you can just sip on and not be like the taste isn't marinating in your mouth for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Which sometimes that's fine, but sometimes you don't want that.
Yeah. Like when I did a competition this what was that in September? I
Yeah.
was like, which energy drink am I gonna have before I compete? Because I know I'm gonna be nervous. I don't want like something like repeating on me.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, sour strips. And I was like, that's a bad decision. Let me grab an OG. So I grabbed an OG and I was like, perfect decision.
Well, sour strips is good, but once again, it's going to be marinating in your
Oh,
mouth
yeah. I'll taste that the whole damn workout.
after
No way
eating
I
the
want to
whole
taste
workout. Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And that's just not what you want. So, yeah, I think those are going to be our top flavors
Yeah.
of 25. And like I said, Misfit came out of nowhere.
They really did. I never ever heard of them. And then all of a sudden I'm looking at this. I saw them first because Cody from Price Plow, he posted about them. And I was like, man, this formula is absolutely legit. And I was talking to him. He was like, you have to try the key lime pie. It's crazy.
Right.
And they reached out to me and we were having a conversation. They were like, hey, yeah, we'll send you a case of all of our flavors. All you have to do is pay for shipping. I was like, no problem. I'll do that. Bet. And unbelievable, blown away. Usually you see a formula like that and you're like, I don't know, their flavoring system has to be really good because a lot of those ingredients are hard to flavor. And then you try it and it's just
they hit the jackpot.
Crazy.
And it's funny because I had saw it and I'd messaged them, and then we had gotten talking back and forth about 3D printing. So I did a bunch of their 3D printing and still doing 3D printing for their keychains and stuff. And it's just outside of the energy drink, they're just really good fucking people.
Yeah, they are. I had him on my podcast. I had Tom on my podcast a couple of weeks back, and great dude.
Super good people. So I'm very proud and very happy for them to be as not overnight success, but pretty fucking close to overnight success. Like I said, it came out of nowhere, and maybe one miss. There might be one or two of the flavors I haven't tried.
Yeah.
But everything I've had has been on point. Like whether I personally, because flavor is subjective, Whether I personally like the flavor or not, it doesn't matter. The actual profile is what you would expect it to be.
That's what it's all about. It's about the formula, and their flavoring systems are good. You can't argue. Even if you don't like one of the flavors, you can't argue that they're doing a really good job. And they do everything in-house. That's the craziest part.
It's a small company. They're not, I love Bum, but they don't have Bum money. They don't have Ghost money.
No, they do not.
So when you have Bum or Ghost money, especially Ghost money, because Keurig Dr. Pepper bought them for $80 bajillion.
For real.
You can pretty much make a flavor that works. And the one flavor we're all waiting for is Dr. Pepper. Bum did it first. But yeah, when you don't have that kind of money and you're still producing that quality of a product, fucking hats off to you, man. Just once again, I wear this hat like a lot because people, what is that? It's this energy drink company. Order your own shit because it's fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, I think those are pretty much hard to beat any of those flavors we mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I do have a question. What do you think of Ghost doing grape cran? What is your thought on the grape cran?
I like the original grape better. Grape cran isn't bad. It tastes like you think it would. It's not something I would go out of my way to buy.
Same.
But if I'm at the Olympia or the Arnold and they hand me a grape cran, I'm not going to turn it away.
Yeah.
But if they hand me a Welch's or a grape cran, I'm going to choose the Welch's.
Yeah, give me that Welch's all day long. Their Welch's
nailed it.
So good. And I think I was just so disappointed in the grape cran because I had such high expectations for it. And I took a sip of it and I was like, oh man, you forgot the cran.
They got the cran and they underdid the grape.
Yeah, they underdid the flavor. You know what it is? The Welch's grape is just so sharp and it's so accurate and it just takes you back to your child. It's just, if you blindfolded me and gave me like a carbonated Welch's and then like a Welch's grape, I wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah, you really wouldn't. And I think that's probably the downfall of the grape cran is because everybody expected it to be so good because of the Welch's. I hate to say it was a miss, but I do believe it was a miss.
I am not sad that it's a limited edition. That's all.
Like I said, it's not something I wouldn't go out and buy it. I'm not going to turn it away if it's free, but I'm also not going to choose it over many other flavor profiles.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be way down on the list. And honestly, I would probably choose a pina colada flavor over it.
I probably would too. I was just so disappointed in it. Give me Welch's grape all day long. They nailed that flavor. It's so good. And I know there's a lot of controversy with it. Like, I think the thing is you either love it or you hate it. There's really no middle ground to it.
I agree. And I've talked to more people that didn't like it than did.
Yeah.
And once again, it's Ghost. You're not going to nail every flavor.
Yeah. Impossible.
It's what it is. Yeah, it was a busy year for energy drinks, and it's going to be another busy year for energy drinks from what I see coming down the pipeline.
Yeah, already it's been a busy year.
Yeah, so it's an exciting time. We'll see. I know there's a couple companies that are rumored to be showcasing some new flavors at the Arnold.
Yeah, that's the coolest part about those things is you get to see what's coming next. Like when you were at the Olympia and you saw like the Legendary Foods mac and cheese, and
so good.
Raw Nutrition is coming out with new protein bars, and they're going to be at the Arnold too.
At the Arnold, yep. I messaged Dom the other day. I was like, man, these things they're just the macro breakdown, the ingredient profile just nailed it on the head. And let's use that as a segue into the functional foods.
Yeah,
because there are a lot of functional foods that are not good.
A lot more. I would say more than are, because I think that so many companies are seeing this trend of high protein and they're taking it and trying to make money with it and not really putting time and attention into making something actually good.
That's the problem. They're dry, just not good. And once again, Ghost isn't going to nail everything, but the Kit Kat bars that they came out with, their little protein bars they came out with that looked like Kit Kat bars, they were good, but they were meh. I've
heard so many negative reviews about those. I have not tried them. I had a box.
Yeah.
But funny story, my dog, my Great Pyrenees, we haven't had him fixed yet. He pees on things. So he likes to break into my office if I don't put like a gate in front of it.
Yeah.
And so he just broke in one morning. And there's like the box of the protein bars was like on the floor and he peed on it. So I was like, taking the L on these ones. So I never got to try it, unfortunately, but I've heard not good things about it. I've heard it's just flavorless.
It's like eating a flavorless Kit Kat. It
Sounds
does
great.
the job. It does the job. The macros are there. And
Yeah.
it's good, quick. If you're in between, we'll say you're a trainer and you're in between clients,
Yeah.
it's something quick, or you're in between, or you're a real estate agent in between a job, or a first responder, and you need something quick, it does its job.
Yeah. I think
But
though that there are so many better ones out there. That's the thing.
there's so many better ones. And Legendary Foods mac and cheese, phenomenal macros. Obviously, you got to throw in the microwave. It's not something that you can just open and go, but
Mhm.
it is quick. But it's really good. It tastes
47 grams of protein too. That's
the same. A
crazy.
little cup of noodles. Basically, it's all it is, a cup of noodles. And I don't remember one of the first couple of podcasts we did, if we talked about this, I think we did, but they actually used protein pasta out of
Mm.
the pasta machine to make the pasta. And then, so you get the protein from the pasta, and then you get the protein in the quote unquote cheese flavor that you add to it. So you're getting an entire 47 grams in a cup of pasta that's 20-ish grams of carbs. Come on, that's how do
Yeah,
you
and it's gluten free too, so it is more people are able to have it. And if you are really behind on your macros and you're not feeling like having chicken rice, like that's such a great option. And you can throw in ground beef, steak, chicken, make it like fancy mac and cheese, and
yeah.
now you bumped up the protein even more.
Yep. Redefined Foods is getting better with their donuts.
Yeah, I've heard
The
they redid them.
They did. The first set of donuts were good, but they were very dry. They were a little too, I want to say dry and cakey, which is hard to do because you think dry, you think crumble apart, and you think cakey kind of stick together. But it was dry until you took the bite, and then it caked up in your mouth.
Doesn't sound pleasant.
They were good. I had nothing like I would have chose those over the, honestly, not to hurt anybody's feelings, but I would have chose those over the Ghost Kit Kat bars, basically.
Yeah.
But the new formula that they just released a couple months ago, right after the Olympia, still needs a little bit more work, but leaps and bounds over what they had before. Like it's actually really fucking good. And then they have the cream pie, basically, like the
Yeah.
peanut butter and jelly and all that stuff. Again, they reformulated those so they're not as dry, they're not as crumbly. You get the actual cream, and they're not hard.
Yeah, I did a review on they sent me the peanut butter and jelly one, so I did a review on that. And I was actually really surprised by how moist it was because
Yeah.
generally protein things are either a brick or they're crumbly and
Yep.
dry. But it was actually super, and it was like almost like there was just like all peanut butter in the middle, which is great, which is why the macros weren't like the best. But at the end of the day, it's not a protein bar. It's not a protein shake. It's a snack to help satisfy your sweet tooth that's convenient, that has some protein in it.
Yeah, it's 340 calories for one, which is high on the high end for a meal replacement bar, we'll call it. If you talk to Mason or you talk to Edwin or you talk to any of these guys that run the company and do all these things, they're actually not meant to be eaten all at once unless you want to.
Yeah.
They're meant to be cut into a quarter, have a bite here, go about your day, eat it again, go about your day. But while we're on that topic, Jason from Muscle Sport isn't happy with his whoopie pies. And I talk to him about this all the time.
Is he not? Because I've heard great things about them.
They're phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I keep telling him, dude, they are really good. Now, for everybody listening, they're meant to be put in the fucking microwave for
Right.
10, 15 seconds. And that is the big, sorry, Jason, I love you, but that is the miss.
Right.
I think when they originally released them and launched them is, and maybe they need to put it on the box or on the packaging or something, but a lot of people didn't realize that you need to put them in the microwave because that's what they're for. And the co-packer actually behind the scenes here, what people don't know, fucked Jason over, especially on the monster cookies. If you open them, they're fucking green. Monster cookies should be blue. And they screwed him over a little bit on that. So he's not happy with them at all. He's trying to reformulate it and get a new company to process them and make them and all that. But they got hard really quick because of the process. So once again, it's not Jason's fault. They fucked him over.
Yeah.
But if you put them in the microwave and you do what you're supposed to do with them, God, they are my favorite right now functional food. Because you don't have to put them in the microwave. You can just eat it riding down the road. But if you've seen any of my posts, anytime I have one, I'm going to take a picture and put it in front of the microwave while it's warming up. One, to let people know this is what it's for. But two, hey, these are actually really fucking good. Me and my red velvet.
Hell yeah.
The red velvet is hands down my favorite one out of all of them. The Protella is really good. Once again, they screwed them on the monster cookie, and then you have the oatmeal cookie one. But again, if you haven't tried one, definitely try one. Not you, but for the people listening, if you haven't tried one, try it. Go throw it in the microwave for 10 or 15 seconds out of the package. Don't put the package in there because
Don't be stupid.
You catch your house on fire. Take it out, put it on wrap it up in a napkin if you have to. Put it in the microwave 10 or 15 seconds, and I guarantee you're going to love it.
Yeah. Which, speaking of Muscle Sport, they did a lot of crazy things in 2025 as far as like protein flavors alone, but also just like other things that they were dropping.
And let's move into that. What was your top? Doesn't have to be Muscle Sport. Give me your top 2 flavors of protein for 2025. That's a hard.
That is a hard one. That's a hard one. Ooh. But I'm gonna go Apollon Nutrition, and honestly, I'm gonna say 2 of their flavors for my top 2. Their No Way Out protein is so good because it's a whey protein concentrate, but it's like very high quality. So you don't get like the bubble guts that you might get from like a crappy whey concentrate. It's fully transparent, and they nailed their flavors. Masha is a genius at flavoring. So I have them both up here. We got the tiramisu and then the carrot cake cheesecake. Holy shit, so good.
Do they have? Do I get a?
What'd you say?
I had a echo. Do they have the Digestive in it?
I don't think they do. No, they don't.
And that's a big ingredient that I wanted to bring up because
a lot of protein powders are using it now.
They're starting to, yeah, and I really like to see that because people who weren't able to digest and process normal whey proteins when Digestive came out, VMI is utilizing it right now, and they're doing a phenomenal job. They're Dubai chocolate.
I haven't tried that one, but they sent me. I got the Strawbana one, which I'm going to review later tonight. I'm excited for that one.
You'll like it. But they did a killer job. And same thing with Muscle Sport. They did a killer job on their.
Oh, their Dubai chocolate is so good.
So here's the thing. I didn't know I would like Dubai chocolate. I'm not a big pistachio fan at all. And I had never had, like, last year, what was it? August, September timeframe, when we were starting to get the rumors and all that stuff, and all these are coming out. I'm like, what the
What's Dubai chocolate? I only know it from like.
And I'm like, why? That doesn't even sound good. I'm not a pistachio fan at all. And then I tried it. And I tried Muscle Sports first, and then I tried VMIs. And I can't tell you between one or two which one I like better because they are both done so phenomenally.
And they're different. So like the Muscle Sport is the street style, so it has the freeze-dried strawberries in there, which I think adds like a nice refreshing touch to it because it's not like that artificial strawberry, it's legit like strawberries.
But yeah, so you're gonna go with Apollon for your 2, huh?
I'm gonna go with Apollon. What do you got?
I can't even argue with you on those.
They're great flavors.
They're very great. He's not known for his deep flavor profiles, but
he's not, but I think they're starting to move into that. I think he's starting to realize how important that is.
It is. It's not early 2000s. It's not the 90s anymore where just a chocolate note of vanilla is going to get you by.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love a solid chocolate. I like vanilla because you can mix pretty much anything into it and it's not going to overpower any flavors. But I do see in companies like that, like Muscle Tech, starting to move away from these just plain chocolate, just plain vanilla. A little bit different. Big boys out there making noise. I'm surprised you couldn't hear mine earlier.
The UPS guy just came by and dropped off a package. For some reason, they like to knock on the door. Why? Just leave the package.
I 3D printed a sign. Don't knock on my fucking door.
We should do that now too.
Did his 3D printer come in yet?
It came in a couple days ago. Yeah. And you know what the craziest part about it is? So my office is here. We have a bathroom in the middle and then his office. So every time I go to the bathroom, if the 3D printer is on, it sounds like the whole fucking wall is going to fall off because it's just like going crazy in there.
If I could take my camera off the wall, because I have my camera mounted, you've seen mine, right?
Yeah,
but I have a stand for those 4, and that one's on a stand as well. Super, super stable, luckily. But you need to have him create and print out a "Don't knock on my fucking door" sign. And we have the ring.
Oh, yeah.
all around our house. But for the doorbell, it's funny to watch somebody walk up and start to push it, and they'll read the sign and be like, "Oh shit."
Oopsies.
Anyways, yeah. So my protein, I hate to say it, but I have some that are more better in my opinion. Obviously, flavor is
I
very
trust you because you know what? I am very like picky about my proteins because I have this fear if I drink a protein, it's going to upset my stomach because I've had such bad experiences and it's casein is what I've boiled it down to. So I just need to expand my palate. I will also add one more protein before you get into it.
Go ahead.
Thought about it when you said digest abs
Yeah.
or whatever. The Axton Sledge Squirrely Cookie Crunch. It's like a peanut butter cookies and cream, the National Lampoon. It is peanut butter cookies and cream is like my shit. So
Yeah.
that was it.
Since you did three, I'm going to do three. And these are in no specific order whatsoever. And honestly, it's going to be three different companies. I wish I could have a top 10.
Yeah.
Because honestly, there's so many good flavors out there. But I'm going to start with Nitrogen Nutrition's Fruity Cereal.
I haven't tried that one, but I have their white chocolate mocha, and that one is good. I was talking to your wife, actually. I know she loves that one.
She does. She puts it in her coffee. She loves it. Nitrogen Nutrition is one of them companies that came out of nowhere last year as well. And they do a really good job on their flavor profiles, whether it's pre-workouts, post, any of that stuff. But their peanut butter protein tastes you want it to taste like. I will say the powder is a little thick.
It is.
So we mix it up. It is going to be a little bit thicker of a protein. So just be aware of that. It's not good or bad. It's not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a thing. But I will say their fruity cereal, the Fruity Pebbles version, fucking A, that shit is amazing. It tastes exactly like you want it to. It is, and once again, these are in no specific order. It is something that when I'm like, I want cereal, that's what I'm going to grab.
Yeah. Ooh, you could probably make some like good crumble the rice cakes up and pour that over it.
I do it all the time. Just for people listening, I don't drink protein shakes. Not that I can't or not that I won't. But
like, why would I when I can do so many other things with it?
2 of my meals a day, I have a rice pudding, is what I call it. So I'll take my rice, I'll put some nut butter in it, and whatever flavor I want it to be, I'm going to mix up my almond milk with my protein flavor and then pour it on top of that. I'll pour about half of it on top of that, eat that with my rice. And then because I eat a bajillion calories a day, no, seriously, people, I really do eat 8,500 calories a day. My second part of every single meal is rice cake cereal. So I'll crumble up 4 to 6 rice cakes and pour the rest of that flavor of protein on the rice cakes and then put another 200 milliliters of almond milk on top of it. So it's only about 30 calories.
It's filling too.
Very filling, but it's cereal. It's healthy for you. And you get to flavor it however you want. So when I really want some form of like breakfast type cereal, that's what I'm going to grab. And then number 2, I'm going to have to go with Coors Holiday Cookie, their little sugar cookie that they came out with.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've heard really great things about that.
If I could have a closet full of that shit, I'd be in heaven.
Core Nutritionals has done a lot. I feel like almost every week they're dropping something new.
Yep.
They just re-released their ISO yesterday.
So good. There's whether it's the strawberry or the chocolate or whatever, they completely redid it. They re-released everything in their ISO. It's smoother, the flavor's sharper, so you get exactly what you expect. And I know I said smoother, it's a smoother flavor and it's a smoother mix.
Big win.
And that is a very big one because once again, I love Nitrogen Nutrition. I love Chandler. The protein is a little bit thicker. Just is what it is. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just something to be aware of. Once again, I don't care because I'm not drinking my protein. Once again, I either put it in that, I'll use it as a drip as everyone sees on my French toast every single night. And then I make my Ninja Creamy every night. So it doesn't matter to me if it's a little chalky. That doesn't really bother me. Like the other day when you were talking about creatine, which is our last thing I want to talk about today, a lot of creatines aren't meant to be mixed cold.
And you know, that video, Sean, had 150 fucking thousand views.
Good.
And the craziest part is the majority of the comments are people calling me stupid.
And honestly, when you're right about something, people will tell you're dumb. They'll tell you.
Yeah.
Because their buddy who's an influencer has 3 followers and read on forum XYZ that this is how it's supposed to be. He knows everything.
Did you see the comment that I put up on my story of the guy who was telling me that I need to go and work out to look healthier looking?
I looked so hard for the comment because I wanted to go comment on it. I couldn't find it.
So it was hidden for some reason.
Oh,
But then what I did is I pinned it to the top because so many people were asking. So I pinned it to the top of the video.
okay.
Ben from Price Plow, I was in we have a content creators chat for Price Plow, and I was like, I lost my mind on this guy a little bit. And then Ben comments and goes, I was a little bit meaner. And he just goes in.
And that I wasn't necessarily going to be mean, but I was going to call out his. I was probably going to be mean. Let's be real. You're my twin, so I probably was going to be
Hell
good
yeah.
an asshole. So maybe it's a good thing I didn't find it. But I was going to call out his knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. What are you talking about, bro?
We do this for a living. If you've even looked at any of her things for half a second, there's 1,000 videos of her doing CrossFit in her garage, working her fucking ass off. Excuse me, bro. Who the fuck, you know what I'm saying? So I was probably not going to be a nice person. I'm getting heated just thinking about it. But
yeah, it's funny because I texted Stone with a screenshot of it. He was at work. He was in a brief.
yeah.
And I was like, babe, I need you to kill this man. And he said, okay. And he just goes and starts commenting.
Puts a little pew pew.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like that actually really pissed me off because one, let me rephrase it. Yeah, obviously it pissed me off, but it's the internet.
Oh yeah, 100%. And you know what? Hey, if people are negatively
victim.
commenting on my stuff, that probably means I'm doing something right.
That was the whole purpose, right? If you're putting out content and somebody calls you out that you're wrong, you're probably right.
Yeah.
And for 99% of us that do it, we don't just, we'll use this for an example. Now, this is for those who are listening and not looking, this is not an actual product. It's something I 3D printed. But we're not just, hey, this is it. This product does. Good luck.
Yeah.
We know what we're talking about because we do this every single day.
Mm-hmm.
We know the ingredient profiles. We know the breakdowns. We know what product XYZ does. We know that if Bum Energy has cognizant acetylcholine in it, it's going to be a little kind of nootropic for you. We know what we're talking about. Whereas 90% of these people who comment on our shit, when they go look at an ingredient profile, they look for caffeine and beta alanine.
Literally.
Both, it must be good. Come on, get the fuck out of here. And honestly, for this was fantasy football trophy.
Oh, I got you.
3D printed for we're in a fantasy football league at my wife's work, so I printed it out for the dude who won. Anyways, so yeah, so those were my two. We were going to go with fruity cereal,
and then Coors holiday cookie,
holiday cookie / sugar cookie.
Whatever you want to call it.
It says holiday cookie on it, but it's a sugar cookie.
You know what it is.
You know what it is. And then third is going to be Muscle Sport because it's Muscle Sport.
Got it.
Now, I know Red Velvet didn't come out last year. Red Velvet will always be my number one flavor of anything, no matter what company comes out with it. So I'm not even going to put that on the list.
Not fair. Yeah, I see.
It's just not fair. Santa's Cookie Crumble almost overtook Red Velvet.
Oh, shit.
I texted Jason when I got it in. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah. I haven't tried that one, but I saw it and I remember I was like, I get that. And I was like, no, you have enough protein powders. You don't need it.
It's so good. And I tell them all the time, bro, like I'll text them a picture and I won't even post the picture online. I'll just, dude, what the fuck? Shit is so good. And you're going to get a little bit of cinnamon flavor on it. The inclusions are phenomenal. You get the little cookie pieces in it. But that's one reason I really like the way the protein is moving towards is the inclusions. Especially as a competitor, I'm still super shredded on stage and I'm eating cookie pieces and my protein days before. It's one of those things where is this much of a cookie going to hurt you? No, obviously, but it's just enough to where you get it. It's just like in the Dubai chocolate, the street style, right?
Yeah.
You put freeze-dried strawberries. You're not eating a whole strawberry, but flavor. And it's the same thing with that. It's the same thing with the holiday cookie that they have. It's got the cookie dough pieces in it.
It's just fun. Let's make protein a little bit more fun.
Brings me back to a kid when I'm eating the cereal box and I'm looking for the prize at the bottom. I get the prize at the bottom of my cereal or I get the prize at the bottom of my rice pudding. And they're just so good. Like I said, if I could have a top 50 list, it would still be hard to narrow it down.
Yeah, I feel like Jason at Muscle Sport, they call him a sub chef for a reason. He just does a really good job at flavoring.
Yep. And some people in the industry might not like him.
Yeah.
All the industry politic bullshit aside, nobody can say he isn't one of the GOATs at flavor profiles. And I don't really care who likes who in the industry. I stay away from the fucking drama.
Same.
However, if your flavors are good, your flavors are fucking good. He knows exactly what he's fucking doing. And like I said, if you hate him or not, it doesn't really matter. His protein sells because it's fucking good. I love the dude to death. And I tell him all the time, bro, what magic spoon are you fucking using?
And so many flavors too. That's the thing.
The nice and crispy was phenomenal. Again, I'm not a pina colada fan, but they did a pina colada. I want to say it might have been 2 years ago now for 24. It was amazing. I'm not going to go pick it up off the shelf because I'm not a pina colada fan, but for what it was in a protein, I made multiple in my Ninja Creamy. I pushed the slushy button, and it was phenomenal. It's exactly what you would want. But again, the Dubai chocolate, the holiday in general, when it comes time for St. Patrick's Day, I'm sure they're going to bring their, I can't even think of the name of it now.
The Irish cookie one?
The Irish cookie, yeah.
Is that like a mint chocolate one?
It's a little bit like a mint chocolate, yeah. But it's
I'm a huge mint chocolate chip ice cream fan, so I need to get that when it comes.
Oh my God, did you see my post last night? I was super excited. I was looking in my closet, in one of the closets, one of the supplement closets for an intro workout for today, and I'm moving stuff around and I see my VMI's mint chocolate chip.
I've heard that one's great.
Oh my God, I was like a kid in a candy store. I was like, I screamed. Rebecca was like, what is going on? I'm like, so fucking happy because that was a really good. I'm a big mint guy. If you hand me an Andy's mint, I'm going to throw that in my mouth. No questions asked.
Oh, so good.
Not to be in the wrapper. It could probably be poison. And I'm still going to eat it because I love mint.
That was like like when I was younger, we used to go to Olive Garden a lot.
Yeah.
The highlight of Olive Garden was when they would give you the Andy's mint at the end. I'd be like, I'll take all of those.
Yes. So when I found that last night, I immediately made my whey drip with it. And then I made my creamy for tonight with it. You know what I'm saying? And then this morning, it was so fucking good. So once again, there's so many good flavors out right now.
There are
multiple brands. And we haven't even talked about all the brands that are. Ghost has a bunch of killer flavors. I'm really sad that they're getting rid of the chocolate chip cookie.
That's my brother's personal favorite. My brother is like a fitness guy, so for him to find a protein that he likes, it's
hard. Yeah,
I told him like stock up, man. Get all the
right now you can still get it on Amazon.
I heard that they are going to drop something else to replace it.
They are. Emily was talking about it a while back.
It was in the Price Plow Discord. Dan commented, "Hey, we're going to bring something to you guys, chocolate chip cookie." And obviously, duh, it's one of their best sellers. They're not just going to let it go.
Not to. It's like we were talking about. They'll eventually bring a Dr. Pepper out because everybody wants it.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard rumors they're working on it. We'll see if it's true.
I've heard rumors because in their YouTube series that they do, like Behind the Brand, Ryan was like cracking open a Dr. Pepper and talking about doing things in the future. And it would be stupid of them not to do something like that.
They'll sell out immediately.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so fast.
The 7-Up flavor, like there's so many. Yeah. Oh. And that's the thing, is like you're getting rid of some decent flavors with the SPK and all that stuff. Now, once again, I wasn't a big fan of the blue, but it was pretty good. And some of the other stuff they're getting rid of, they've got to replace it with some form of SKU.
Truth.
Why not just replace one for one? The SKU is going to sell, not try something new.
Yep.
Don't know is going to sell. So last thing I want to talk about today is my favorite portion of my morning, creatine. And flavored creatine at that. So once again, I'm very blessed, obviously being able to eat 8,500 calories a day.
Yeah. The question is, how does Sean take his creatine? There's so many options.
There's so many different options. So I like drinking my creatine separate. So most people drink their pre-workouts on the way to the gym. I drink my creatine on the way to the gym. It's a 18 to 20 minute drive, give or take. So I'll put whatever flavor creatine in a separate shaker bottle. Fill it up about halfway, give or take, a quarter to halfway, and I'll sip it on the way to the gym. And you have so many good flavors out of flavored creatine right now. It is truly impossible. So I want to do the top 3. But before we get into that, the biggest thing I want to talk about is Core Nutrition's new chewable creatine.
I'm glad you brought that up because that is really interesting.
I was blessed enough that at the Olympia, we were in the meeting room with Doug and Scott and all them, and we got to try a whole bunch of new shit that they had that has released or hasn't released yet. To this point, as we're doing this podcast, there's still some other stuff coming. but I was able to try the Chewy tablet. That's the new word, guys, Chewitine.
Yeah.
But I was able to try those, and they were in unlabeled things. And Scott and Doug were like, "What flavors are these?" Instantly, you knew it was the pineapple mango. Instantly, you knew it was a strawberry watermelon. And holy shit.
Yeah, like we said, strawberry lemonade. Yeah, Core Nutritional is doing a lot of great shit. That's like my next brand that I need to get on their PR list. I'm like bullet pointing them down. I recently got on Ghosts, and that was like the most exciting day of my life. Now, so Core Nutritional is next.
Yeah,
but I think that it's really cool that they're doing a chew because it is more shelf stable than a gummy.
It's way more shelf stable than a gummy, and I will sidestep. Now, Great Bite supplements, which everybody sees me post all the time, they have a gummy creatine coming out. They have their Focus right now as well. They're all third-party tested, and I have the paperwork. I have all this. I literally just got another set of the Focus in the mail last night. I got to do videos on that with the actual third-party testing paperwork. And I do have the paperwork for the gummies. So everybody know, not creatine doesn't take heat well.
Right.
So when you see somebody with a creatine gummy that doesn't have third-party tested,
it's probably bullshit.
More than likely bullshit. Don't waste your money on it. But if they have third-party testing, like Great Bite supplements and a couple other brands, I'm pretty sure Phenaflexes has third-party testing as well. You can trust it because it is truly third-party tested. But the good thing about these chewy tablets from Core is they're just hard-pressed tablets. They're gonna
like a sweet tart type thing.
It's a sweet tart. I couldn't have said it better myself. It is a sweet tart, but creatine, it only takes 4, which I'm sad about because I want to eat the whole bottle.
I think the macros too, as far as like carbs and sugars, it's much better than a lot of gummies out there.
So it does. It's not even. You'll probably burn it off from the time you walk to the car to the gym.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of creatine gummies. One, like you said, they're not third party tested, which automatic red flag. Like, don't even bother. But then also, even if they are third party tested, a lot of them are like so high in calories. It's like taking almost 20 grams of carbs just to get your creatine. It's not worth it at that point.
It's really not worth it. And even in my situation of where I'm eating 8,500 calories a day, I don't want to waste 20 calories or 40 calories.
Yeah, I'd rather eat it.
I'd rather eat it. A little bit of side note before we get to the flavors, our favorite flavors. You'll have a pump sauce or a liquid glycerol, 85 calories per serving. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. Hey, why am I not losing weight? Look at your
supplements, condiments, creamers, oils.
It adds up. And while 10 or 15 calories isn't much here and there, if you do that 5 times a day, you're looking at 60, 100 plus calories a day just on that. And you will screw your entire, especially if you're in a prep and you're at 2,000 calories a day, 100 calories is a lot.
Yeah.
And once again, I'm an anomaly, but still at 8,500, 100 calories adds up really quickly because then it's 500 calories.
Yeah. Plus, I know you can relate to this. I guess you're eating 8,500 calories, but you're probably hungry all the time and you don't want to waste food. I'm at 30, 32, 35, depending on the day. And same thing. I'm starving all the time. I'm going for the most voluminous meals. I'm not going to waste my time having. Exactly. The only time I ever do carbs from like liquids is before my first session because I don't want to eat before my first session.
Which
I need something.
It's understandable, but you need something in your system.
Correct. I would die if I
did. Like a BCA and an EAA throughout your workout comes into
play.
We'll talk. I want to talk about BCAs and EAs in our next podcast.
Yeah, that will be a good topic.
Yeah, I think that'll be a really good topic because there's so many other topics we can talk about as far as flavor profile goes. But I do want to hear your top 3 powdered creatine flavors. Obviously, no offense to anybody, I'm going to put Core's new creatine tablets at the top.
I need to try them. You've sold me.
And I truly mean that. Once again, I drink my creatine on the way to the gym. It's cold. I put ice in the morning. I put cold water in mine, and I put a little bit of ice in it because I like cold stuff. Again, the whole reason I brought up how much food I ate is because I almost have an iron stomach. A little bit of gritty creatine isn't going to bother me.
Yeah,
that's me personally. But I do drinking cold creatine on the way to the gym, whether it's negative 50 out or 100. That's Minnesota. It is what it is. But I do drinking my creatine on the way because it's a flavor. I will still choose the chewable tablets from Core Nutrition because they are that good over any other flavor of creatine. And I'm sorry, but they fucking nailed it with those two flavors.
Yeah. I've heard really good things. I would say for me, I'm like a good old, like I bought some raw nutrition, plain old creatine for $12 at Walmart, but I do have, where is it? Here it is. So I have this creatine hydration from Muscle Corp.
Is that the grape?
The groovy grape punch.
Grape punch. Oh my God, that is good. That was going to be.
It's funny too, because I did a video breakdown on it the other day and I tagged Jason and everything. He messaged me and he's, I can't believe that you caught something outside of just the grape. We might need to work together on flavors. You have a special palate. And I was like, bro, I'm holding you to that.
Tease me with a good time.
Yeah, but no, that one's great. And you know what I love about that specifically, whether it's the groovy grape or whatever other flavor, it's that it comes with the hydrations and it's a really good electrolyte panel plus taurine plus coconut water powder, because creatine cannot work unless you're properly hydrated. So it just helps a little bit more.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to bring up on my end. But since you brought it up, before you give me your two other flavors, is I do add an 1/8 teaspoon of sodium to my, unless I'm utilizing, creatine hydration mix. I do personally add an 1/8 teaspoon to my creatine. I personally, no matter what the pre-workout is, I personally add a 1/4 teaspoon of sodium to my pre-workouts just for the uptake.
Yep.
Sodium is going to act as the glue to those water molecules, and it's going to be absorbed right into your muscle. It's going to do what it's supposed to do. So
you're going to get a sick pump.
Exactly. So I don't care if the pre-workout has a gram of sodium or not. I'm going to add it a little bit more because I want a little bit more. But I sweat a lot, so I'm going to replace it. But I'm glad you brought up the plus hydration, because that is a big factor for me when it comes to looking at a creatine product.
Yeah.
Because I don't care if you're taking 5 or 50. You're not going to overdose on creatine. You can take as much as you want. You're just going to pee out the rest.
Yeah, and if you are taking because there's obviously a lot of research coming out now that 20 grams can help with sleep deprivation and fatigue under stress and things. If you are somebody who's, I can't take that much because I have a more sensitive stomach, break it up throughout the day. Have 5 grams here, 5 grams there, 5 grams there. But if you're doing the tablets, then you could just have little tablets with each meal.
1 or 2 every couple hours. So that the groovy grape, number 1, obviously not in order, but that's your first one.
Yeah, that's all I got. I do that or plain. I need to expand my creatine palette, apparently. What do you got?
There's nothing wrong with a plain creatine. Now, if I'm adding it to my pre-workout or I was adding it to my intro workout, I want a plain creatine.
Yeah, and that's usually I'll add it with electrolytes. So I do greens, reds from First Form. I've just been doing those for 6 years. My digestive system loves them, so I'll never veer away from them. They work really great for me. And then I do BPN electrolytes, either strawberry or watermelon, love them. And then I'll do the creatine. So then I'm getting the electrolytes. It's like my health cocktail.
Because you do that, I just started working with I Am Immortal from Aries Nutrition, and they have a morning essentials. I actually just posted the video this morning. Holy crap, it's good. It's a gut biome. It's a hydration. It's something you would take before you even drink coffee in the morning. I don't drink coffee. But
let me add, if you do take coffee, put your creatine in your coffee because it's warm. And it'll help you take it consistently, because ain't no way you're missing your morning cup of coffee.
You're not going to miss your coffee. It's going to actually dissolve a lot faster. And while I'm not a big fan of coffee, it is actually going to uptake a lot faster. And that the reason being is because coffee is going to dehydrate you, because it's going to pull everything out. So it's going to actually go through the process a lot faster. So that is going to be a benefit of adding plain creatine to your coffee.
Yeah, don't add groovy grape to your coffee. That'd be weird.
You probably could. It might actually not be bad. I am the king of combos.
You are. You combo all the things.
Combo fucking everything. And my wife is like, what the fuck? So we were
the same way though, because my Ninja Creamy at night, it's never one flavor. It's two. Always two.
Why not? Why? Who says you can't do 2 flavors?
Half and half. Come on, guys. I do my post-workout stack from First Form. So it's a carbohydrate powder and then just the whey isolate. I either do peanut butter and cookies and cream, or peanut butter and strawberry. I'm never just doing peanut butter or just doing strawberry. It's always a mix. You got to mix it up.
Banana strawberry. I like to post Nitrogen Nutritions a lot because I like doing the chocolate fruity cereal or the peanut butter fruity cereal. But anyways, so we were at the movie. We went and watched that new movie, Mercy, with what's his name that played Star-Lord. Phenomenal movie, by the way.
Yeah.
I did, they have the magic little buttons that you can push for the drink, the soda machine,
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah.
So I did a Fanta, obviously it's 0 calorie.
Uh,
I did fruit punch, peach, cherry, and orange Fanta all in one. And oh my God, it was phenomenal. My wife's like,
we truly are twins because that is
we
like
really are
I'll do
twins.
my electrolytes and I do ghost intro usually for my
Yeah.
second session, and I'll have a lemon lime, and I'll be like salted watermelon and electrolytes will go well in this. Yeah, we'll just throw it all together, and it always tastes great.
So if you want to put Groovy Grape in your coffee, it might actually be good. But anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, my top three, I'm gonna have to add the Groovy Grape as one of them
It's
because
great.
it's just so good. BMI has their Pez series.
I did a review on their L-carnitine, the Pez series, then they sent me some of their pre-workout in the Pez.
Very
It's
good.
just great. It's just the flavor is so good.
It's like a Pez, right? So their
Yeah.
the cherry Pez is actually really good. And then I'm gonna have to go back to Core Nutritional's mystery flavor for their creatine. I don't know what the fuck it is. I've asked Doug, I don't know how many times, and every time he's and it's all I get is a good
It's so annoying. Just tell me what it is.
and that's fine. I don't tell me what it is because then I might not like it. But I'm
Yeah,
telling
that's true.
you, I've been through 3 tubs since it came out. And that was right after the Olympia.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna have to have a conversation with Core Nutritionals because we've been talking about them a lot.
And they do such a good job across the board. Whether
Yeah,
it's
I mean, the first thing I look at when I look at a brand is I look at their formulas.
yeah,
I look at the transparency. I don't look at the flavors first. I always look at, are they actually doing, is it worth me actually looking at? And every time they come out with a product, I'm very impressed.
Dave Reinecke is a fucking genius. He's the formulator for Core, America Labs, and Unmatched. MyoBlocks is going away, so is Arms Race Nutrition. But I talk to Chris Gethin all the fucking time. One of the most humble dudes I've ever met. I love this dude to fucking death. But every time I message him, I'm like, dude, like, Dave is killing. Dave is probably one of the top 5 formulators on the planet, and he's young as shit. Like, people are born to do certain things. That's what Dave was meant to do.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about these formulas from Core, Unmatched, America Labs, across the board, they're all from him, and he is absolutely nailing it. So he's got it. So I highly recommend trying some of these flavors for them because once again, they're 2 of my top 4 really, because the tablets don't count. They're 2 of those 4 that we listed out of a bajillion. Now, don't get me wrong, there are plenty of other creatines that are phenomenal. Muscle Tech just came out with their grape and their like fruit punchish flavors, like a red berry type flavor. Amazing. Once again, love those to death. But damn, it's hard to choose.
Yeah, that's the thing. But you know what? We're blessed where we don't have to choose sometimes.
We are very blessed. Once again, everybody listening, flavor profiles is something I don't typically do on a normal basis because it's so subjective.
Correct.
Honestly, what are you going to learn out of me telling you this tastes good?
That's why with my videos, we're focused on the formula first. Is this solving the problem that it's supposed to solve? Who is this for? Who is it not for? And then, of course, do the taste test at the end because everybody wants to see it. But I never rank a flavor. I never go 9.2, 8.4 because it's subjective. I'm just going to tell you what it tastes like.
And that's why me and my wife were sitting there talking one day when we decided to do the sip or skip. And it's like, everybody does want to know what you think about the flavor profiles, and that's understandable. I have nothing against telling you what I think about it, but it's what I think about it. Even just between me and her, we have pretty similar taste buds where we can pick out and we kind of like most of the same stuff, obviously not all the same stuff. But again, I wasn't a big orange cream fan, and I've said this many times, but I've started becoming an orange cream fan. But there's so many people who swear and die by the sword on that hill. Same thing with, we were talking about the grape cran from Ghost earlier. Some people really love it. Most people hate it. So again, it's going to be subjective. So everybody keep that in mind when you're listening to this podcast. And as we move forward through episodes 2 through bajillion.
Yeah.
It's just
the thing to add to that is that we're never going to talk about a flavor being good if the formula is shit. We're always going to call it out.
And there are plenty of flavors that I like that I'm not going to bring up. I wouldn't stand behind the formula. I wouldn't stand behind the company. I can stand behind that actual formula because there is 1, 2, 3, pick a number of flavored creatines, of flavored everything else that are pretty decent, but sorry, the formula just sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't support you on that. I'm not going to personally work, and I know you won't as well. I'm not going to work with a company that I'm just not going to stand with.
Oh yeah, I mean, I get a lot of DMs where it's like, "Hey, we want you to try our product," and I'll look, and I'm like, "I will
Sorry.
shit on your product. I don't want to do that."
As I've moved out, a little update for those who don't know, I did move away from fitness informant. Nothing negative. Love Ryan to death. I would still do anything for him. If he calls me right now and say, "Hey, I need some help with fitness informant," I got you, bro. However, I enjoy making content the way I want to make content.
Yep, and I love that you did that because I think it's
Yeah.
such a good move for you.
And I appreciate it. And like I said, still love the guy to death, and I'd do anything for him. He has the way he wants to do it. I have the way I want to do it. Once I did make that announcement and started moving away, it would have been easy to sign a whole bunch of contracts immediately on companies that wanted to work with me because of the educational aspect that I take to making content. I probably turned down 6 contracts from companies that, sorry, I would love your money. XY is my rate. I would love your money. However, I'm not putting my name on it because I don't believe it.
That's the thing too. Like if people call, "Oh, this is you're being paid by a company." If I was being paid by a company, it doesn't matter because I'm not going to be paid by a company I don't personally approve of the product. I'm not going to talk about a product that I don't approve of. If I do, then it's because I'm shitting on them.
And here's the thing, I have no problems. Excuse my language to everybody listening. I'm not going to suck a company's dick if their product sucks.
Correct.
Now, 90% of your products are good, and I stand behind everything you got, and we're working together, and you send me a product that sucks, I'm going to tell you first, then I'm going to make a post about it. What good is it going to do to for a company to put out a shitty product?
True. It doesn't help anyone.
10,000 units sitting on a shelf for 3 years. Everybody loses in that situation. Whereas if I look at the formula where I don't like the flavor, not that I'm somebody super special, but my opinion, hey, look, I don't really agree with this, XYZ. Maybe it might take them a step back and be like, okay, we've had 7 people tell us about this. Maybe we should go back and relook at the formula.
Yeah, it's similar to the Ghost protein bars. They had a lot of bad stuff that was said about them. And the thing about it is, like, they're Ghost. They do so many incredible things, but they missed, and that's okay as long as they don't continue to do the same thing.
And a small company, Resilience Performance that I do work with, he has one product. He's coming out with a second one. The one pre-workout is phenomenal. He doesn't have Ghost money, but he formulated it himself. The flavor's really good. I believe in the product, so I'm working with him.
Mm-hmm.
So he asked me, hey, what's your opinion on this pump product that I have coming out? And I said I would change this into that. I would take this out because you're wasting money with that. Put this in instead. He made a few changes, sent me the samples, and I'm like, bro, night and fucking day difference on this. Push this right now to production. Get it as soon as you can. I would only do X amount of units because you're a small company. You don't have Ghost money, but I would only do X amount of units, and you're going to sell through because as a small company, you want 0 units on the shelf.
Yep.
As a big company, you probably want 5,000 to 10,000 units sitting on the shelf because it's going to sell through. So, when people are like, oh, you're getting paid through this company. Yeah. Because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I've been doing this since early 2010s when supplementreviews.com was a thing. So I've been doing this a long time. So if I don't like a product, sorry, I'm not going to work with you. It's just that simple.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's at the end of the day, we're providing value to the consumer so that they can save money, so they can save their results. Because if you're taking a shitty supplement and you're expecting to get results from it and you're not, and it's a terrible formula, or even worse, it's doing negatives to your health because it's such a terrible formula, then there's so much bullshit in the industry, and we want to help you navigate through that.
Exactly. And that's why I do my educational content. And like I said before, most people look at a product and they see caffeine, L-citrulline, and beta-alanine.
Yep.
And then they grab it and go, okay, what is a max catalyst? What is estrogen? What is cognizant acetylcholine? What is betaine anhydrous? What do these other things do? Most people think beta-alanine and betaine anhydrous are the same fucking thing.
Oh my goodness, they do. And that's just, there's nothing wrong. You're not an expert. You're not, it's like,
and that's
I don't know everything about 3D printing. Like you and Stone, when you guys were talking the other day, I was just like, I have no idea what's happening, but
and me and him are talking. I'm like, do we just become best friends?
Yeah, I was like, I love this.
Yeah, super good dude. Love him to death. And like I told him before we got the phone, if you got any questions, don't hesitate to text me or call me. But it's that's why I decided I wanted to do more educational style breakdowns.
Same.
And you do as well, because there's nothing wrong with giving a flavor review. There's really not, because most people do want to know, is this going to suck when I'm drinking it or not?
Yeah, of course, because if it sucks, then I'm not going to be consistent with it. So what's the point?
Exactly. However, in my opinion, flavor should be the second choice.
Bingo. That's why
Obviously,
we get along. We think about the same thing.
we call each other twins all the time, literally, because
Yeah, literally everything is the same for some reason.
everything is literally the same. And we talk so often, it's, oh shit, that's me. But yeah, so at the end of the day, that is the ultimate goal of this edition of the Powerhouse podcast is, yeah, give you our flavor, our top flavors, or this is the new stuff in the industry. And you sent me a list, and we talked about this before we turned it on. I'm gonna pull the list up real quick. But you sent me a list, and you're like, hey, add to this what you think we should talk about. I didn't have to add a single thing, because in my head, everything you listed, which I'll read off for the viewers to anticipate coming in the future, is everything you added is something that I would have brought up. Whether it's our favorite products from 2025, which was this, our trends for 2026, which we should do on our next podcast.
Yeah.
Whether it's from me being on a boat on an island in the middle of nowhere, would be a super cool podcast for that. It's predicting the trends and stuff like that. Then it'll be post Arnold, right? Because there's a lot of stuff that's going to go on at the Arnold. Obviously, we'll both be there. I'm going to take notes, because if I don't take a note on something, I'm probably going to forget it. And then later throughout the year, what we have seen for releases throughout the year. And then there's some drama things that we could probably bring up that if you want to bring it up right now, we could probably talk about some of the.
I don't know. I feel like this episode might be a little too full, but what we alluded to, and we can get into it on the next one, because I feel like more shit is going to come out about it. Both of them,
it'll give it.
The David Barr plus Peter Attia controversy with the Epstein files, how he was listed more than 1,700 times in the Epstein.
Insane.
I don't know. He's having. That's the thing. I want to have more information on it, but there's more and more things like starting to trickle out about it. But he was let go of from David Barr.
Because of it.
I will be honest, and I've had this conversation with multiple influencers. I would love to see David Barr crash and burn in 2026.
I'm not a fan.
Not a fan too of the whole like EPG. Did you hear the monopoly? Basically, like that sucks. Other companies can't use this one ingredient because David Barr was like, no, this is our ingredient now. That's dumb. Stop it.
It's so shitty. Like this industry is it's a big industry, but it's so small. And there's citicoline, right? Cognizant citicoline. I like using that as an example, or estrogen. We'll go with estrogen as well. There's so many products that benefit from these ingredients.
Yep.
And you're going to hold it back from the industry because you're a fucking asshole.
Yep. Just says a lot about a company. The bars aren't even that good. My husband would eat a fucking boulder off the road and he threw it out.
I wouldn't feed it.
Threw it out. Yeah, not worth it. And
I wouldn't feed my neighbor's dogs. Like,
yeah. And then the second piece of drama, obviously more things are going to come out about this one, because I'm just waiting. The whole Scotty K Fitness debacle.
Goob covered a little bit of this, right?
Goob did. Yep.
So like, everybody's going to have opinions, and it is what it is. But if you're going to go make fun of a disabled person, you deserve every bit of bullshit that Goob's going to throw at you. And I hope everything fucking sticks. Like, you are a fucking trash human being if you're going to make fun of, even if you just make fun of a disabled person in your head, you're a piece of fucking shit.
Yeah, like, bro, because he called you a name on the internet, you were like, oh, let me just go and completely ruin his life and make fun of that he's a paraplegic. Come on. Like, grow the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm not saying anybody's better than anybody, but your life is ultimately better than this dude's. What are you gaining from making fun of a paraplegic? That makes you wonder, is this dude also making fun of autistic people, Down syndrome people, across the board? Like, where does it stop?
Yeah, and then more and more stuff starting to come out about him and his past, and how he was a sexual offenses and changed his name and all these things that he's lied about. And I had a conversation with A-Bomb CEO Brandon. We talked a lot, and he was like, he sent me the reel about all the shit that went down with him. He was like, I never liked this guy because he came to my booth once when I was at an event, and he was an asshole to me because I didn't know who he was. Come on.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You're not C-Bomb. Sorry,
Yeah.
nobody fucking knows you.
Sorry.
And again, it's one of the things where it's like, you say something on the internet, it's there forever.
Exactly. You have to, especially when you have such a big audience like that.
Yeah.
And the fact that like he doxed somebody the way that he did too, and just told everybody all of their information, their children's names, their address.
So shady.
To like how many, he has millions of people who follow him. That is not okay.
Had.
Yeah, no, my husband was like, I saw him dip below 2 million now. And I'm like, oh,
good. And I hope between him and David Barr, I hope they both crash and burn. This motherfucker's probably on the Epstein list too.
I'm sure, right? Who is it at this point?
Maybe not, but it's one of the things where like, you're a piece of shit. You made your fucking bed. Deal with it. You didn't learn from the first time when you had to change your fucking whole identity. You got a second chance. You made a whole bunch of fucking money and a whole bunch of followers. Maybe you should have just shut your fucking mouth.
Yep, exactly.
Sorry, I'm getting a little heated because I don't
get it. That's the thing. I don't understand when people have no integrity, horrible morals. It just doesn't make sense to me. Just be a good human. You get one life. Just treat other people better than you would yourself.
And I didn't know a whole lot of the backstory, and then obviously I watched all the Goob stuff, and then I started doing my own research, and I'm like, this is a fucking wormhole.
And you know what? Shout out to Rise for dropping him immediately.
I messaged Rise. And I messaged the CEO both.
Yeah, I messaged Nick and I was like, bro, great move. I know this isn't like an easy move to make in business, but like great.
Best thing you ever could have done. And it's one of the things where if they would have even taken half a second to contemplate on what to do in the situation, it would have burned them in the long run.
Correct. Yeah, but I also must add, like did they not do a background check on this guy and see?
I don't know. I mean, somebody might have dropped the ball there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Did they now have this happen? I might be looking too much into it, but they see this come out and then they're like, oh shit, everything else is going to start to come out. So maybe we should just get out of here.
Yeah, it's one of the things where, okay, obviously this dude's a piece of shit. We don't stand behind, I hate using the word inclusive. It's disabled people have no control over their situations.
Yes.
I personally disrespect and fucking hate anybody that's going to take advantage of that. Who gives a shit if he called you a fucking asshole online or whatever word to use? Who fucking cares?
You have millions of followers online. You have to understand that you're going to get shitty comments. Like
if you have 2 or 3 million followers, you're gonna even 1% of those people are gonna fucking hate you.
Yeah, just because you have more than they have, they're just going to do it. It's just the part of the internet that nobody likes, but it's part of the internet.
It's just part of it. And so it's one of the things where, one, you should have known better. 2, you're popular enough. You should have just ignored it.
Let it go.
You opened your fucking mouth. You not even just cracked the door. You opened that bitch up. Fucking Goob kicked the wall in and you're fucked.
Yep.
High five to Goob. He does great work. I love him to death.
Oh, I love him. I love him to death.
That's a fucking good dude.
Great stuff.
But with that, let's end on a high note. And Arnold 2026 is right around the fucking corner. I'm
so excited.
Excited for that. We'll talk offline after this, or text back and forth after this. My fat ass has got to go eat. But it'll be good. Well, obviously you'll be there. We'll get some content together in person while we're there as well. And I look forward to episode 2 and beyond of this, because there is a lot of stuff coming in 2026.
Oh yeah, and that's the cool part. It's like the industry is ever evolving, so there's always going to be things for us to talk about and break down.
Sounds good.
Nope. Awesome. Thank you everybody for joining us, and catch us on the next episode. Make sure you're following both myself, Caitlin Kenna Fitness, and at the Bearded Gorilla on Instagram. And if you ever have any topic ideas or anything you want us to break down, shoot us messages. We're always there.
Yep.
All right. Awesome. We'll close it out, and everyone go out and do one thing that's going to take you one step closer to where you want to be.
Let's go.